Back again with another exciting front. This time we are seeing the best of the Bulge German book face off against the Eastern Front's Soviets from Bagration Soviet. For today's game, we are playing one of the updated version 4 scenarios that Battlefront have listed on their website. This scenario is from the version 2 sourcebook River of Heroes and represents one of the first encounters the Red Army had with the feared German Koenigstiger at Sandomierz. Historically speaking, the Soviets were quite successful in repulsing the counterattack, as an ambush from a unit of T-34-85s quickly saw off the initial 3 Koenigstigers, while the soft sandy terrain of the area, coupled with poor German mechanical reliability and tactics, saw the end of the entire assault. We have set up the battlefield and chosen our lists as closely as possible to the outlined scenario and history, balancing against our current collection and available terrain. Let's take a closer look at the armies. The Soviet forces comprise 2 formations. We have a T-34-85 formation comprised of 1 T-34-85 headquarters tank, a company of 8 T-34-85s, a second company of 5 T-34-85s, and a full-strength submachine gun company with 2 flamethrowers. The second formation is a regular T-34 company with a HQ T-34, a company of 8 T-34s, and a second company of 7 T-34s. In support is the IL-2 Assault Company, an ISU-152 formation with 3 self-propelled guns, and a company of 5 IS-2s. The German forces are as follows. A King Tiger formation with 1 King Tiger HQ, a platoon of 2 King Tigers, and a platoon of 3 Tiger 1s. In support, we had to get a bit creative with some of the forces available, as we do not have the models for the listed units in the scenario. We took 2 platoons of Light Panthers with 4 tanks each, and 2 Armored Panzer Grenadier platoons, 1 short strength and 1 full. Alongside this, we have a battery of 3 Hummels, an OP SD KFZ 250, and a 3.7 cm Stuka of Light. While this doesn't create a valid list with Flames of War's list construction rules at the moment, it does create a relatively historically themed list that will also play well, as you will see. Alright, here we have the table to represent Sandomierz. I loosely based it off of the images in the article, as you will see. There is what is to be the town of Sandomierz itself, with the German forces deployed on the roads to maximize maneuvering as much as possible. The Russians have deployed a bit farther forward of the bridges to try and stem the tide. Sneaky T-34 platoon is hiding in ambush somewhere. The objectives themselves are those 2 main bridges, with the IS-2s rolling up to help through the forest. Alright, Germans get the first turn. Let's get cracking. So, Ben is playing the role of the Germans today in a weird switch.
This will be odd.
From what we're normaling. So, German turn 1 starting step, we actually have to roll for some planes. Some 3.7 cm Stukas, so on, I believe it is a 4+.
Can we get some awesome plane action?
No. Hey, at least you didn't pay points for him. So right like into the movement. Take us through your movement.
So, I move as much as we can when you've only got a handful of models. Very foreign to me. The Panthers have moved up. They are wanting to stay on the road because of, in this scenario, it's all sandy off the road. We will have, they're just setting up a firing line for the turn. King Tiger the same, moved up this road. Following these half tracks that did a road dash to come around using that building. The other King Tigers have advanced here, and these other half tracks have followed them in a just leisurely drive up. At the moment, just using some buildings for cover until the tanks hopefully reduce the volume of fire. Okay. We're going to go right into shooting with the opening of our Hummels.
Okay, so Ben is starting his shooting phase with his Hummels, attempting to bombard some T-34s. The T-34s are in a crop, which is rated as short terrain, so just your skill plus the 1 for that.
So we have some veterans going to force.
Yep.
Which we do.
So you're hitting 5 T-34-85s, you're hitting the command T-34-76, and looks like another 5 T-34-76s. What's the AT on the Hummel?
So it is a 3 with a 2+ firepower.
Alright, I believe
should be top armor
3+ to hit, and top armor, yeah, definitely top armor 1.
And so 3 pluses to hit. So okay, 5 for, we'll do the T-34-85s, and we are on 4 of those. Fantastic. And then 5 for the 76s. 3 of those.
And the command tank.
And 1 command tank.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
All right, and sorry, you said your AT was 3?
AT is 3.
All right, so for the command tank here, top armor 1. So that equals. Then we got 4 T-34-85s. Top armor 1. 3
equal.
bounce and 1 equals. And then we got 3 more T-34-76s hit. Ooh, 2 going in. 1.
Fair. Okay, so
Firepower?
we have a firepower on the command tank that was an equal.
What's the rating on it?
2+.
Oof. So close.
The T-34-85.
Mm-hmm.
At least there.
All right, that one's bailed
That's
out.
bailed.
And then the 2
that go
potentially
in.
destroyed. Both bailed out. Not a great start.
I have rotated dice because everything I've picked up is rolling ones.
Let's see if I can remember where I put some bailed out tokens.
Wake up, boys. Wake up.
Bailed out. Bailed out. All right, so.
Well, let's go into the pool of ones because they've got to stop someday. And we will do the Panthers. So we have 4 moving shots. And
Targeting that platoon in the front, the 76s.
no, I don't like the 76s, but I don't like the 85s more.
All right, I don't have my tip measure for some reason, so I'm not sure if that's over or under 16.
I think everything there is over 16.
Let's just quickly double check. You already got that. Yeah, just by the looks of it.
Yeah. It's over 16 on everything.
All right, so 3 becoming 4 for that, but becoming 5 for being concealed. I don't think we count as gone to ground because it is the first turn.
Nope.
High velocity shots just cracking by as my dudes are like, what?
King Tiger will, he'll fire at the same target. Nope. And 2 shots from here at this
The 85
platoon.
platoon.
1.
1 hitting. I'm not going to bother with my armor check because that's AT, what, 16?
17.
Yeah.
Straight through it into the forest behind them.
Bailed out.
Apparently, we forgot gunpowder in all of our shells.
Well, that's what happens when you're shooting such high velocity solid shots.
I think that was a 1, an actual 1 on every firepower
I think
roll.
so. But that
That's
was
shooting.
good. Yep.
That was not good, but we'll see what next turn holds.
Yep. Rolling right into Soviet turn 1 starting step. All right, Soviet turn 1 starting step. We got some remounts to do. We'll start here with the T-30-45. That platoon is within the command distance, so I get the reroll. So on a 4+, he doesn't get back in his tank. This 76, he does. That 76 with the commander reroll, he does not. And then the T-30-45 over there, right beside the other company commander, gets back in his tank. So that's 2 out of 4 remounts, and then we can roll for our IL-2 Sturmovix, who will come in. We've got more planes in the air, that's all. So we'll be right back with movement.
The Russians have done some movement?
I mean, don't they always?
I don't like it.
So to start, we brought in our IL-2s. They're swooping in to potentially bomb that Panther platoon.
Don't like it.
The T-34-76 company that was here, immediately air lemming to cross the road. The IS-2s have moved up, one of which will now have a shot on the King Tiger. I believe it is just within range. And the T-34-85s are maneuvering to the right flank of the village to try and get some flanking shots on your Königstigers. It's going to hurt when you shoot me back because I'm point blank and no cover and concealment and all that fun jazz, and I can't hurt your front armor, but yeah! We'll be right back with the shooting. Alright, so we're going to start the shooting phase off with the IL-2s here. They're going to swoop in, drop some bombs, or at least attempt to drop some bombs. We're going to aim right here where it clips all 4 tanks, but doesn't hit the building in front of them. So just ranging in on a 4+. First attempt. Second attempt. Third attempt. Alright, well, third attempt means I'm hitting you on 4, 5, 6. So no hits. You're lucky.
Thank you. It's always nice when you return the ones.
So then the T-34-85s here are going to take some long-range shots back at your Panthers. He can't shoot past his friend, I don't think. So it'll just be these 3 then that can shoot. So I'll be hitting you on 5s, on 6s because I'm shooting through the crops. I'll get a hit. AT 12 to your front armor 10, which becomes front armor 11. So roll a 1 for me, please.
I have proven that I am capable of doing so.
Not today. And then to round out my shooting phase, I can't see past the King Tiger to shoot the SDK set anyway, so never mind. Oh, and I was going to shoot the IS-2 at the front armor of the King Tiger before I realized they're only AT 14 and the King Tiger's front armor, whatever it is. So.
He needed at least an 18 at that range, and he knows he doesn't have it.
That's okay. We'll make do. So moving on to German turn 2. Okay, German starting step turn 2. We got to roll for some aircraft. Let's see if those Stukas come in on a 4+.
Come on, Luftwaffe. Thanks for letting us down. Thanks for letting us down.
Apropos. All right, we'll be right back with some German movement, if there is any.
Okay. German movement was ineffective shooting last turn means I had to bunker for this turn. So we have actually dismounted the infantry into the neighboring houses and sent their half tracks to the rear. The King Tigers here passed a blitz in order to corner themselves to protect against flank shots. We had 2 of the Grenadiers from here dismounted to move into that building because they can try and use some Panzerfausts against the danger close tanks. And over here, they passed a successful blitz to shift most of the platoon back to support the single King Tiger on the main road. 1 wouldn't have had distance or space, so is sitting there to fire back still at the T-34-85s. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more successful shooting phase this turn to try and dwindle some of their numbers before I just end up surrounded. Let's go right into that. We'll start with the artillery.
Repeat it? Seeing as you were already ranged in on these tanks.
Probably going to repeat it. Yeah, those 85s are a threat to me, so I might as well.
Still
we've
hitting
got
all 5. But you will need to roll.
The main targets are still the same.
The 1 separately, just because he's already built out.
So we have 4 T-34-85s.
Hitting on 3s.
They all hit.
And then the bailed out one.
The bailed out one. Of course, that
excellent.
One misses, but that's fine.
The command tank.
Command, yes.
Yep.
Hits.
And the bailed out 76.
Hits. Also hits.
Okay.
So all but the bailed T-34-85.
So we'll start with this one here, the bailed out T-34-76. Front armor, or sorry, anti-tank was 3.
So anti-tank is 3, yes.
Right, to my top armor 1. So that bounces with a 5. The 4 85s. 1 goes in, the rest bounce. I let you choose which one. And the command tank, it bounces with a 4. So you got 1 pen.
All right, so we'll have the pen on there.
Okay.
And so we'll roll
2
him.
firepower. Hey!
Finally got the gunpowder to light.
All right, so that will be a dead tank, and I'll mark him here shortly.
Fantastic. So first kill, and that was the only one that went in.
Mm-hmm.
So we will go right into the Panthers. We have the one there. He's taking his 2 shots. We're going to do the T-34-85s.
All right, so still in concealment and still on range.
Over 16. So 5s. Neither. But we have the ones here. Now, what's the front armor on these
on the IS-2s? That is a good question. I forget. I will look it up here real quick. Guards Heavy Tank Regiment. We are looking at a front armor of 10.
10, eh?
Which at range becomes 11.
Against my 14. I'm going to actually fire their 6 shots for the moment into the 76s here.
Okay.
In order to reduce some of their shots just from flanks and my infantry. So 2, 4, 6, yes.
Yeah, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. So 5.
Go ahead and assign your hits.
And we will light up. Yes, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And then straight into firepower. AT-14, right?
Boom. Yeah. So
Bailed
bailed.
out.
Dead. Dead. Bailed. Woo! And dead.
And so 3 dead,
So
2 bailed
front
out.
3 bailed. Or dead. The back 2 bailed.
And then what do you got next?
Not that one. These 3 here.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I left him just because we're going to try and do a Panzerfaust out of the infantry there.
Oh, I see.
So they're going to do his 1 Panzerfaust.
Hitting on 4s because you did move.
Yep. She hits.
What's the ET on the Panzerfaust?
Panzerfaust, I believe, is a 12.
I think my front armor is 6. Yep.
Yes, 12.
Okay, well, let's see if I can equal it. Nope, goes in.
So 5 plus. Just
Bailed.
We're going to need those. So we'll do the King Tiger into the lead IS-2 up there.
Alright, so 3 becoming 4 for range, and he's well, in the middle of the bridge, so in clear line of sight.
So we do have 1 hit.
Hit. And what's your AT?
AT is, I believe, a 17. Yeah, 17.
Alright, well, my armor is normally 10, but because of range, I'm 11, so on a 6, I can equal. Oh, I bounced 6 there for a second, so that goes in.
And for 3 plus, do we have gunpowder? We
do! That's 1 dead IS-2.
So we'll put some more smoke to that. And then we've got 2 more IS-2s into these 85s.
Oh, sorry, you mean Tiger 2s.
Yes, yes. something 2s.
Alright.
So 4 shots
Hitting
here.
on 3.
Still
1 hit
2
each.
at least. Boom. And
Firepower.
you know what? We'll go on the 2 here in the middle of the road. And we do have both. Light up.
I will
Fantastic.
mark those in a minute.
I do have 1
Panzerfaust.
Panzerfaust that we'll do in the lead of the building.
So hitting on 4 because it moved.
We do hit.
On the 6. It goes in.
And a firepower.
Bailed out.
That felt a lot more comfortable. So we will pause while we throw down all the various markers there, because I think that actually concludes the turn.
Alright. We'll be back with Soviet turn 2. Alright, Soviet starting step, turn 2. We're going to start by remounting. So we'll start here with this tank here. 4 plus, remounts. This 85, remounts. This 85, or sorry, 76, remounts. 76, doesn't remount and no commander reroll. And this 76, remounts. Then we have this last 85 over here, who is within range because the company command tank moved up with them to remount. And then,
Place the
Planes.
morale is holding.
on a 4 plus, we get our Sturmovix again. So, we'll be right back with some movement.
So the Soviets moved again.
Yep, so that T-34-76 company, what was left of it, tacticaled around with a follow me to get a little bit farther, trying to keep them, the Panthers engaged. The 4 remaining 85s moved up along with the company commander. Back here at the bridgehead, our IS-2s successfully blitzed and spread out a bit to cover the point. The 85 company up there has moved around the village, potentially getting some side shots on the King Tigers. And the IL-2s, are swooping in to once again attempt to bomb the dastardly Panthers.
Leave them alone.
Negative. It's going to happen. I don't
One
care
day.
how many times it takes. I'm going to make it happen. So we'll be right back with the shooting. All
Right into the shooting.
Kicking it off with, again, ranging in the IL-2s. So once again, just placing them where they can hit all 4 of the Panthers here without...
Hitting the buildings.
So ranging in on a 4 plus, I think it was. First, second, third attempt. Okay. So hitting
Back to the 6s.
on 6s again.
For all 4.
One day the IL-2s will do something. Maybe I should have strafed with the 23 millimeter. Oh well, next time. So we're then going to move on to, I just had a cheeky thought. You're out of range, so never mind. So the next thing we will shoot, we have 3 T-34-85s on the right flank of the village, which are going to take 3 shots on the King Tigers. There is a potential side armor chance because of the turret rotation. So let's see if we hit first on 4 pluses, and we're going to do these one at a time. So the one tank here first, because he's got the best chance, hitting on 4. And then on 1, 2, or 3, it hits the front hull, or 4, 5, or 6, the side turret. So hits the hull and does nothing. Next dude, same thing. Hits 1, 2, 3 front armor, 4, 5, 6 side armor, front armor. And the last dude, who is going to target the slightly farther away guy to get a side shot, hitting on a 4 plus and missing. Then
thank you, comrade.
Company command tank will engage the infantry in the building with his cannon, hitting on a 5 because they're concealed and missing. And that will unfortunately be my turn 2 shooting, so not a lot happening, but still putting pressure on the Germans. Let's roll into the next turn. All right, start up turn 3 with the Germans. We've got to roll for planes and then some delayed reserves.
Let's see if the planes arrive or if they're too busy being scared away. You know it, you love it, the Air Force is useless.
Anyways, 1 5
reserves, though, can reserves arrive? Yes, they're coming on.
That's not good for me, because that's either a platoon of 3 Tiger 1s or a platoon of 4 more Panthers.
I think, given that I'm going to be pretty secure with their front, I'm going to be bringing these 4 Panthers for volume of shots. So as we go through movement, these will be added to come in there.
All right. So
back in a moment.
We'll be right back.
So, only some movement. We had the Panthers here. 3 of them moved back into the field to make sure we don't lose that flank. My reserves came on here. They're going to help make sure these King Tigers flank gets secured. We had the infantry that were here leapfrogged into this building, while these ones leapfrogged into that building. The rest of this platoon dismounted. 2 of them filled in there to keep control of the town. 2 into there, and the 2 that were here have leapfrogged forward because I just want to assault that bailed out tank and make sure that threat is neutralized. So otherwise, the King Tigers have stayed stationary. We've just rotated turrets to engage our next targets in line, and we will go straight into some shooting. First shooting, I do have some Hummels. We're going to have to re-range in this turn, and I feel like my best shot is still going to be dropping on the block over here.
Right down back here, because
yeah,
it might be a bit closer to there, too close to shoot there. So
well, we've got plenty of target here where I can get the 85s, at least 1, you know what, even 2. That looks like a reasonable spot.
Yep, and no terrain, so I'll just on a 3 plus.
So straight 3s. We do get.
Okay, so you got 4 T-34-85s on a 3 plus. All 4. The company command tank. Yep, and 2 76s. 1. All right, so the 176 bounces. Company command tank bounces. And then, what was it, 4? Yeah, you hit all 4 of the 85s.
Hit all 4 of them, yeah.
1 ties.
All right, the one that ties, 2 plus firepower.
Yep.
At least 1 bailed.
Doesn't matter which.
Just put on the inside one. And then we'll go right into those Panthers over there. Now, this guy's going to take just 2 shots at the 76, and the he'll also add to the 76, so 3 at them and 2 at the 85s.
Okay.
Just that way we can see around each other the targets better.
Yeah, the 76s are definitely within 16. The 85s I think are just outside. So okay. 76s are all on a 3.
So 3s. Only 1.
Okay. But that'll straight firepower. Which guy?
Blow up 1. We'll just make the this most lead one.
Sure. I'll mark him in a second.
Close to the building. 2 at the 85s.
On 4s.
Both
hits. Front armor, I think on those is still
same.
6.
All right, so 2 firepowers.
Yep.
For
Yeah,
the
that
2
would only be
outside
13.
ones, we do light up the 2 of them.
Okay.
So we'll put down some smoke there. Here, the King Tiger is going to fire at one of the IS-2s.
Okay, hitting on... Well, which one are you
over
targeting?
16. Now, I've got...
That would be through the smoke.
That's going to be through a smoke, and that's to the edge of the field. So,
okay, so either way, it would get concealment.
We'll shoot this one on this side.
All right, so hitting on 4s, becoming 5s. Because of concealment at range.
Ooh,
nice. I like that. They can live if they don't get hit.
But we'll go into the Panthers back here.
That's the problem.
So we have 4 Panthers that moved on into the most obvious target.
Yep.
All hit. And we're just going to go straight into 4 firepowers.
2 bailed, 2 dead.
2 bailed, 2 dead.
Just put the dice down which ones you want dead if you wouldn't mind.
I'll just do...
And then the ones for the bailed out ones.
Dead. And we'll do bailed and bailed. There. Boom. We'll put some markers in a moment. I'm going to do some Panzerfaust. We have a little moving shot at this rear guy.
All right, on 4.
From that platoon.
Nope.
Misses. And we have the platoon here. Yeah, none of these members. These are the other platoon. So you can only shoot the one that's already bailed. Misses anyway. And that would be it for shooting. Yes. We will have... I just want to do a quick assault to remove the bailed out
There's
tank.
no defensive
That's
fire,
over.
So.
And then he's going to just move back right into the smoky terrain.
All right.
And then that would be the turn. We'll finish marking things out and go
right
into the top of
starting.
Russian turn. So Russian starting step.
All right, start by remounting this tank here with commander reroll. So he remounts on a 4+. The bailed out one that you shot with the Panzerfaust first on a 4+, with a commander reroll because the commander's nearby, gets back in. The dude beside him gets back in. Was there one more bailed out?
Nope, 2 dead,
just
2
2
bailed.
Yeah, it was only 4 shots. Oh, I guess that's... Yeah.
Oh.
Killed everything else. You forgot to shoot King Tigers, didn't you? I just realized too. I'm gonna take it. I'm sorry, folks.
All right, fine. Then the bitches.
No. Keep it where you want the front armor pointed. All right, we'll move on to the Russian. Oh no! Don't move on to the Russian movement because I get reserves and a plane.
Nope, too late. We moved on.
Well, the plane doesn't come in.
Oh, that's fantastic. Finally.
Reserve? No. Okay. Put me on the back foot. Let's see what we can do.
I just gave you free 4 not King Tiger shots at point blank. So, how did I benefit from giving you 4 not King Tiger shots?
Well, my T-34-85s continue to swing around the village. They're probably going to die next turn from the Panthers, but I have 2 potential side shots. Well, I have 2 side shots now on your King Tigers. Question is, can I hit? So we'll find out. Otherwise, what was left of the 76 platoon has no guts, no glory. They're going to attempt to take out at least 1 Panther.
Cavalry got to be cavalry.
Such a waste. And the 85s fell back, along with the IS-2s, making it so the maneuvering so they can't be shot at as easily. Just gotta keep at least 1 full formation on the table here. So
I am getting a little close to cracking a few, ideally.
Yeah, I haven't put a freaking dent yet in your tanks. So on that note, there's no artillery because my IL-2s had to go rearm. So we're going to roll straight into some shooting. We'll start here with the 76s, rotating to fire at the side armor of your Panther.
The Chaffies broke through lines and did it to you. Let's see if you can repay it.
Hitting on 4s. 1 hit. 18-9 to side armor 5.
Alright, so I need a 4+. I'm letting you in.
Firepower 3+ to blow it up. I finally killed a Panther. 1 out of 4. Oh boy. They should have shot the Wesps, actually. All good. All good. Next, we are going to do those 2 Hail Mary shots from the 85s on the rear of your King Tigers.
All right, I'm feeling the sweat.
Hitting on 4s.
Go away.
Getting 1 hit.
Okay. Okay.
AT 12 to side armor 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 equals, 5 ignores.
I gave you a Panther. I wasn't giving you a King Tiger.
We got one stationary T-34-85 in that platoon. We'll be shooting at the Panthers, and the other two T-34-85s will attempt to shoot the potential side, maybe. I'll check that in a second of the King Tigers, otherwise they'll shoot the infantry. So, the Panther shots. First, we got 2 shots going in, downrange, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, AT-12 to front armor 10. 2 equals, obviously, 3 ignores. Yep. And then we're just going to check the front armor line here on these King Tigers. And it's definitely looking like front armor. So, never mind. We're going to take 2 cannon shots into the infantry in this building here, hitting on 5s.
Yeah, it's okay.
Getting 1 hit.
Infantry save. Fails. Firepower.
Splat.
Kill one.
And that will be a, admittedly, still somewhat lackluster Soviet turn. But we'll see what we can do.
So, starting step is just actually to bring more Germans. We have our plane roll one day. Maybe not this game, but like one day. But the skies are clear of the Russian planes, so maybe... No.
Nope.
I think we just ran out of gas, guys.
I mean, it is the Luftwaffe, so...
Yeah. Or just planes and pilots. Anyway, we do have 2 dice to see if these Tigers come on. Because I feel like my lines are a little thin. I don't know.
It's okay. That one rolled off the table.
I was a little aggressive with those dice.
So but no Tiger
Tigers,
ones.
not yet.
Not that you need them.
No, I don't. I just honestly wanted to use some cannon planes. It was going to be fun.
Well,
they didn't kill anything.
Maybe next turn.
Maybe next game.
I just got to hold on until turn 6. That's all I got to do.
We have some movement. We're on to turn 4. Trying to mop this up and start to plan my advance on these bridgeheads.
All right. We'll be right back with that.
So, we're on 4 still? It is 4, okay. But not wanting to wait too long, and also knowing that he could have reinforcements coming up, we've decided to try and make at least a partial advance now. I called back my half tracks using the cover here of the house to remount that squad and move forward into leading the King Tigers, who have moved out of position and are advancing. They're positioned to try and drive back the IS-2s for the infantry. The other half tracks, after a successful blitz just around the building of that King Tiger, they remounted, leaving just 2 parties behind to make sure that any surviving T-34-85s can't dash after me, and then moved the half tracks around. The 2 that were out of position to remount have moved up on foot to stay within radius of them. The Panthers opted this turn just to stay stationary, all the back Panthers, because I really want to make sure I can remove the threat of all his rear tank platoons charging into me, and would be also ideal if I could put some work towards cracking those formations. So we do have a nice advanced force going for the objectives, and we still have a good volume of shots in the rear to help mop up our backfield. Hopefully that pans out like I plan.
All right, let's get on to the shooting.
Go into this Panther platoon's shooting first. So we really can't see those 2, but we're going to be able to see these 3 as far as when we go to apply hits.
Well, no, because they are so far apart, you will have to do 2 separate pools, unfortunately.
So I have... two obviously are going there. One's obviously going here. The question is the last guy wants to go where? He's going to go just to the solo one, I think.
So 2 and 2 pool?
2 and 2.
Yep.
So we're going to roll this out. We'll do this guy here first.
Hitting on 3s. Yep.
2 hits.
Straight firepower.
No,
2.
He goes up.
Yep.
The other 2 here.
2 and 2 on each.
Hit. 2 and 2. Firepower on one.
Yep.
Goes up. Firepower on the other. Goes up.
All right.
Fantastic. We do have good enough for the moment. We'll just hang on to some there. Boom. We do have the one Panzerfaust from the house, just to one of the remaining two.
Hitting on 3 because they are stationary.
He misses.
Tried.
Not his chance. We're going to go over into the Panthers here.
We've done that and enlisted a few times.
Yes. The Panthers, actually I'm going to hold them for 1 sec. We're going to do our Hummels back to the good old spot. We're going to drop them up there.
Ranging on 4s because of the short terrain this time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they
always.
All
right.
right. They know where that spot is.
285s and 1 command tank.
Oh, there's 2 and 1. All right. 285s.
Yep.
Both hit. And the command tank
Nope.
misses.
All right. The 285s. 1 equals.
Pop, pop, pop. Hopefully that didn't echo in everyone's ear. So 1 equals.
Let's build it.
I'm going to jump to the 2 lead King Tigers into some IS-2s. Moving shots that are...
I think concealed just because of the range that you're shooting through.
Just over 16. Over 16 and concealed.
So 5s.
So 5s. But we like it. 17s.
So front
over
armor
16.
11, so on a 6. Ah, that's why. On this one, I can equal it. 1 equals.
You do equal 1.
1 goes in.
All right. Firepower for the equal. Bails. And blows up.
All right.
So we'll do
This guy, right?
We'll do a blow up and a bail.
Oh, I didn't think you could hit that guy.
Well, I won't be able to hit the other 2 for sure. It's going to be these guys.
Oh, no. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's on.
All right. We do have a King Tiger before I give you some free misses. So that one did a blitz. He's going to fire at the T-34-85s.
Yeah, same thing. Types to hit.
Definitely over 16. Concealed, so we're looking at 5s. He doesn't have the aim. And now we are down to the last Panthers. Now 2 of them are definitely going to mop up these 76s. I was debating if I want to turn and take a long shot at these 2. If I can pop even one of them, then I can threaten the platoon. And hopefully 4 point blank 76 shots is enough to at least get 2 of them. I feel like, yeah, we might want to do that. I'd be hitting on over 16s, say through the smoke is 5s.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no worries. Not as far over 16 as I would have guessed, actually.
Now, one of those might be the company command tank, and one of those might be the last guy left in the platoon.
Oh, there might actually only be 1 left.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to remember where the company command tank went, and I think that's the guy in the turret hatch.
Yeah, it should be that one. All right, we will take some shots at him.
All right.
So we'll do 2 at him and 4 at the 76s. So we'll do his 2. Doesn't like it.
Okay.
And the 76s. We do have the 3 we need.
Yep. So just firepower is 1 on each.
And the 3
That's
we
all
need.
good. All right.
Fantastic. And I have not missed anything this time.
I don't believe so.
All right. Then that would be it for shooting. No assault. Yeah, no assault. I was like, if there was someone bailed out here, it was a good. That was been a last little fun assault, but we're not. So we're going into the top of Soviet turn
4.
4. Yes, 4. All right. So an important starting step. We got some remounts.
I'm gonna start here on a 4+ with a commander reroll. Yep.
Continues that platoon's last stand.
A remount on the IS-2 on 4+. Nope. So he stays on out of his tank. And then just a last stand test on the 1 tank left over there. They last stand on a 3+. They're good to go. So then we're going to roll for planes. Yep. And 2 dice now for reserves. 1 unit. Perfect. So I will be right back with my movement.
So, the Russian trap is sprung.
Indeed. I have dropped my ambush here, concealed just outside of 4 inches from the half tracks.
It's fantastic that your deployment zone was almost the entire table except 1 foot.
It was 4 feet in.
4 feet of
It's
a
on
table.
the article. You'll see at the start. I'll put up a little diagram. So that's our ambush. We got 3 T-34s getting side shots on your King Tigers. For reserves, I chose the ISU 152s. I know they're slow firing, but I believe they're like anti-tank 15 on your side armor. So
just not.
And potentially, I'd have to check it out because I haven't used these in forever. They might be brutal or automatic firepower. And then I moved 1 IS-2 over to be within 4 inches of the point. Unfortunately, that could be a bad spot for him if I don't at least bail out the King Tigers and keep them bailed out. Lastly, I just left these here to go to ground for the extra coverage so that my formations can continue to stay in. And the remaining 2 T-34-85s with the company command tank and the last remaining command unit from the company has moved up to support with some rear shots on the King Tigers. However, I'm really hoping, as you might have noticed, there's an artillery template right there. The Sturmovix may finally range in, hit something, and kill it. Hopefully.
There is enough stuff there that if those 2 still exist and not as a crater, I will be dancing for joy behind the camera.
On that note, let's find out. So we'll start the shooting phase here with the Sturmovix attempting to range in. It is over short terrain, so I believe that'll be a 4+ or a 5+. I think their skill is trained. Yes, so we'll be ranging in on a 5+. So first attempt, second attempt, third attempt.
Okay.
Well, that's
I'm still
expected.
puckered.
So next we are going to take some IS-2 shots. This remaining stationary one will shoot at this platoon here, and the moving one will also shoot at this platoon. So I'll do the moving one first. I'll be hitting on a 5 because it adds +1 for slow
The one
firing.
can see over the bridge?
Yeah.
I was kind of treating that it hadn't been able to by the King Tiger shooting at them until they had moved.
That's my bad then. Then we'll say he moved up just enough to see, so you'll still get the moving penalty.
Well, as long as it's known that he can be seen over the bridge. Okay.
So in that case, I'll just roll them together. So hitting you on 5s, targeting the command track, and missing. Shocking, I know. Then we have 3 stationary T-34-85s with 6 shots shooting into the concealed King Tigers, hitting on 5s. Oh, come on.
Oh, guys, you know him and you love his rolling, because I sure do at this moment.
That makes no sense. Okay, ISU 152s
I mean,
hitting
you could still just do it with the last unit.
6s.
Maybe not.
That's a big negative. That might be game, folks, because my dice just can't hit anything, it seems. Okay. It's okay. He still has to. Oh, yeah, I got 2 rear shots with
It's
T-34s.
definitely not over, but...
Company Command T-34-85 taking the concealed shot on the rear of the King Tigers. And the other one, concealed shot on the rear of the King Tigers.
If there was a turn for your dice to betray you, I would have paid all my money to make it this turn.
Like they haven't betrayed me the entire game, dude?
Well, if there was one that I was bribing the goddess of fate for dice rolling, it was this turn. Well, we have a Tiger starting step for reserves, and we do have them. It was auto at this point, but they're coming in.
Yeah.
That's great. They can join the Panthers in trying to catch up to the rest of my assault force that arguably should have been almost absent, but was not. Can the planes come to their rescue?
Oh, wait, you got to unpin your infantry.
All right, we'll
Yeah, because I killed the...
Yeah.
Sorry, we should recap. I forgot that I shot these... I forgot to shoot these 2 on camera. They killed a single half-track, forced them to dismount.
All right.
So they have to do an unpin, which they do.
Unpin.
Shocking. Anyways,
that
now
could have been my plane roll. That could have been my plane roll.
Yep.
All right. You know what? For that, I deserve it. Yay! They probably won't do much, but they're here.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so we do have
Stukas.
some Stuka cannon Stukas. Fantastic. We're going to bring those in somewhere in a moment and go right into our movement.
All right, we'll be right back with that.
All right, turn 5. I got to break out of that ambush because there's no way I get that luck again and move on my objectives. So my infantry, one stayed mounted, moved up to the river crossing. The last member jumped out and they have moved up to gain control of the bridge. My planes are coming in over here to fire on this ambush platoon because their cannons of 9 can't even hurt the sides reliably of his assault tanks. But my Tigers trundling straight up the road. They're going to be firing up the road to really make sure that that platoon is gone. My other Panthers moved up here, some around, one in the open to try and finish off these 2 stragglers. The Panthers here passed a blitz and then a move to move up so they can engage that crop field. And the King Tigers, the 2 that were here, passed a blitz to reposition. They want to fire here. And the commander one has moved just a regular move over to join them. The infantry that were back here have leapfrogged into the 2 neighboring buildings just to move further forward and a Hail Mary Panzerfaust shot as they've been doing. So we're set up for a lot of shooting that hopefully can clinch and break open the last of this Soviet trap. Let's go into it. We will start with what only has set shots into that, I guess. So these 3, 1 shot each, can only see him. He could see that one, so we'll do that. So the 3 at the platoon tank.
Yep.
They are in 16, yeah. So just a firepower.
Good.
But it goes up, and 1 shot at the commander. Misses.
Okay.
We'll do the Panzerfaust while we're at here. And misses. Nope. Okay, we will go into the Stukas.
All right, now, before you fire, I'm going to AA, because the Dushka has a range 20 inches. So I've got 1, 2, one of those bailed out. So they're self-defense AA, so they'll only get 1 shot each. So what's your Stukas hit on number?
The Stukas be regular aircraft, so they hit on a 5 with a 3+ aircraft save. Okay.
Now, this is probably where someone in the comments is going to say self-defense AA can probably only shoot at things that's targeting them. I don't want to look it up right now, so we'll just roll with it. I think it's just they can only shoot with 1. Yeah. They're not dedicated AA.
Yeah. We're going to let it happen.
It misses anyways. Was worth a shot. Quite literally.
So 2 shots each.
Yep. Now I think they ignore concealment because you're swooping down.
Because they are coming, and yeah. So
just hitting on 3s.
So hitting on 3s.
2 hits.
2 of them.
What's your AT?
AT is 9.
My side armor is probably like a 4 or 3. You think by now I'd remember?
We've been in the West and then in Africa.
Side armor 5, so I can actually equal it on a 4, right? 89?
9, so if you're 5s, yeah, 4 equals. But you don't equal. All right, so they are a 4+ firepower. We get 1
dead, 1 bailed. Which one do you want dead?
We'll do this one dead, and the next one bailed.
Okay.
We will do the Tigers. They will shoot at the same platoon.
Now, that'll be hitting on 5s because of range and concealment.
Yep. And 1 shot each.
1 hit, so power, I think.
Yeah. Boom.
Yep.
One goes up.
Which one?
And we'll do the next one in line. Boom. He goes up. We will go on to
Panthers.
The 3 Panthers. I'm going to do 2 of them into that platoon. Oh, they had moves, so all 3 of them. You had 1 shot each.
Before you continue, those Panthers, did you account for their failed blitz when you rolled a hit? Because it does add +1.
I think we only had That guy's perfectly fine.
Yeah, but you did
Didn't
kill that
matter.
tank, didn't you?
I did kill that one. It was 2 hits, and I think one was a 6.
Okay. So yeah, my bad.
It might have knocked
I
out
should have
one
thought
hit.
about it when we were doing it. Now they're just hitting on 4s
yeah,
because
we'll
I
do
think
the
they're
3 of
under
them.
16.
So yeah, we'll just double check. They are.
Should be.
Yeah, they're definitely under 16. So 4s.
1.
1.
So I'll have to go on the closest target because he'll be your initial shot.
Yep.
And then yeah, firepower. Hey!
Another bailed.
I like it when that happens. I can stay in the game with that.
Okay, we have King Tigers.
Oof.
So 2 that were stationary with their blitz. I'm gonna fire at these ISUs. They're 9 fronts, and what do they hit on?
They are hit on 3+, and yes, 9 front armor.
Okay.
3,
So
1 on
3
each.
hits.
What was your AT again?
17.
Yeah, I can't stop that.
So straight to firepower of 3s, 1 each. Oh,
2 built, 1 destroyed. You've got some smoke over there still, or?
no, we don't. Got a little bit of that. So 1's up. Boom, and 2 are bailed.
There's another token in the between the 2 dead tanks there on the road. Sorry, I should be more specific. Those 2 dead teeth.
Yeah, I was like, 2 tanks dead in the road. Not
Sorry, I had to have
down.
a sip of my wine as I was directing, so sorry
Okay.
for that.
We do have the other King Tiger here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a lot of half-finished platoons to fire at. Let's knock off the ISU if I can. Off the objective there. That'd be ideal. So he's only actually got 1 shot. He is in 16.
Mm-hmm. So just 3 to hit.
So 3
Hits.
hit.
For number's 10,
17.
the area is 17.
So we'll still just straight pen.
Blown
And
up.
we do put that up.
Okay.
That's excellent. Before I've missed anything, we didn't do the artillery, which is going to just repeat where it was before.
Okay, so 2 and 1.
2 and 1. So the 285s, is one of them bailed? Oh no, they just gone to ground.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1, and the command 76 gets hit as well.
Yep. Command. And 85. So 85 bounces, command equals.
So command is
Bailed out.
And we've done the infantry back here. And we have the ones here. I think this is it for the shooting. You've got an ISU, 1 bailed, and 1 operational.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like let's go for the assault on it.
Move.
So the regular machine gun is only 1 for sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say it's still not just 3 on its own.
No,
right?
it is just listed as 1. So on a 5+. Nope. Okay.
So we have arguably only 1 Panzerfaust can try and hurt him in the side. Is that right?
Yeah, you can either use improvised on
Or
the
an
top
AT.
or a
So
single
your top
weapon on the
armor
side.
2, yes?
Yeah.
So I can't hurt your top. We can do 1 Panzerfaust with a 5+ to hit. Is it? What
So
do we got?
no, it'd be your
slow
salt
firing.
your salt rating,
No, it,
wouldn't it be?
yes, but he'd have a reduced assault, would
Yes,
he not?
probably.
Yes. I'm used to bazookas here.
Sorry, yeah, we don't normally get Panzerfausts in close combat.
Panzerfaust.
Does it have a separate assault rating?
So no, only
So
the Panzer
then,
Shrek does.
okay, so then it just swings to hit and
So
uses
swings
its
to hit
AT
as
on
a
the side.
veteran. Is it
It
3?
hits. What's your AT?
AT is a 12 to 8.
I don't like that.
Oh yeah, your armor save.
Well, that bounces.
Bounces.
Okay,
So that's it.
I test a counterattack,
Test a counterattack.
which I counterattack on a 3+. Typically, my dice let me down.
And our consolidate is pretty much we want to stay on the objective. They just move forward a little bit just to create a buffer if we get pushed back. That's it for the assault. That's it for the turn. We are into Soviet
turn 6?
Turn 5?
Oh, yeah,
Bottom
sorry.
of
Turn
5.
5.
Bottom of 5, yes.
All right, we'll be right back with the starting step.
So,
Okay.
5.
Potentially last turn of the game. We shall see how things go. We're going to start with some remounts. Remounting the command tank on a 4+.
He is back in.
Okay, remounting this
calling
tank.
in the red banner.
But with the command to reroll. Gets back in.
Does it?
The second tank that's bailed out. Gets back in. Both ISU 152s over there in the corner.
Ooh.
One gets back in.
Okay.
So that'll be a last stand test on them. Just the middle one.
The one? All right.
What else was bailed out? Anything? No.
No more bails.
Oh, yeah, you killed me on the bail. So, straight to last stands.
Last stands.
So, on that note, last stand on the ISUs on a... I should have looked at this one. I looked at their remount. It is a 3+. They stick around, and the IS2 sticks around. Perfect. Okay, so then we have plane. Comes in, and reserves.
Your Air Force has been reliable.
Yes, both my last units. So, we'll be right back with some movement. So, we have done our movement. Let's go through it. Started by sighting the IL-2s. They're going to try and harass the Tiger 1s coming up the road. I don't want those getting involved. What was left of my T-34s from my ambush have advanced to try and get some shots.
Oh, they did move into that pile of used to be dead tanks.
Company command tank is staying stationary to try and get 2 stationary rate of fire against the side armor he's got presenting from the 1 platoon. The ISU stayed stationary because it's going to attempt to take 1 shot. These 3 T-34s here have advanced to help deal with the infantry while the IS-2 has moved into assault range. The remaining T-34-76 reserves have come in cavalry style to support. And my SMG company has arrived.
Ant nest.
Hoorah.
Oh.
Hoorah.
Why, as I advance, are entire armies worth of Soviets appearing next to me?
I mean, it's only like...
This map be weird.
24 points.
Yeah, it's like 24 stands.
Actually, I think it's more.
Almost a full amount equal to the amount you started with on the table has appeared behind me.
Yes, however, important note is I don't have a lot of anti-tank that can hurt your King Tigers left.
All right,
so
come on.
Let's see what this next turn of shooting can be. We're going to roll straight into some shooting with attempting to drop a bomb on your Tiger tanks, ranging in on a 4 because there's no terrain underneath it. First attempt. Second attempt. Okay, never mind. So they're useless.
At least they show up.
So let's go with the company command tank, stationary concealed shots, under 16 at the platoon of 2. So hitting you on 5s.
You are at least through the smoke, yeah. And, oh, it's concealed. Is it? Would the smoke from that count as just conceal, right?
So actual smoke counts as smoke for itself, but as far as I know, a wreck is just concealment.
That's just conceal. All right.
So I'll take that. 1 hit on each. Anti-tank 12 on your side armor 8. Probably bounce it anyways.
No, actually, I'm afraid both of these will go in.
I'm not.
I am. See?
Well, that's 1.
9,
That actually,
9.
yeah, that's 2. That's 11.
You're in the 16, yeah.
So we'll go with the
We are.
firepower.
See?
I killed a King Tiger.
When I couldn't get the rest of them, you were going for the dramatic victory.
Just got to bring out the red dice for the Red Army.
He's doing his Hail Mary with the...
Sorry. Which, I mean, is not going to do much unless I can shift those infantry up, my point. So then the ISU will then take its 1 shot at the remaining King Tiger, also on a side shot, hitting you on a 5 because you're under 16, and I am stationary this turn. And it misses. Okay, I'm okay with that. We got T-34-85s, moving rate of fire. 1 has a side shot. I'll do him. The other 2 will shoot the half-tracks or infantry here. Actually, probably the infantry because it makes the most sense. So, on the King Tiger, on a 5 because you're concealed.
Is that a side?
That is a side. That equals.
Yep.
So, a bail. You're bailed out. And then these 2 turn their turrets to engage the infantry, if I can, without getting stuck. And they will be both shooting through concealment because the wreck and the 4 are the crops. So targeting this team here, hitting you on a 5. No, okay. Don't think my SMGs can hurt your half-tracks.
SMGs, no. They even actually have a reduced...
Flamethrower, though. So there are 2 flamethrowers in there.
But which
4-inch
stands are the
range.
flamethrowers?
That's not one. That's one. They're just out. And the other one I think is at the back. So okay. Didn't think that one through.
Back here.
That's okay. We'll take a MG shot, moving rate of fire into the infantry in front of the IS-2 so that I can actually hit you, maybe. Yeah. Hit you on a 4. 3 up to save. I kill an infantry team. Okay. And then we got 7 T-34 76s shooting your half-tracks. 4, 7. I believe they're outside of or inside of 16. 1 group of 1, 3, 1 group of 3, and then the rest. So, him shooting the command track on a 4. It hits.
Chase him.
3 shooting the. We'll shoot this one as the initial target. They all miss. And the last 3 hitting on 4s. Okay.
Okay. Take that. Well,
so
straight 2
firepower.
firepower.
Hits, destroys it. Whatever's in it. Getting infantry saves.
I guess arguably if that counts as the command, would it be just the commander?
Yep. And he's dead.
But
okay,
we're
perfect.
down to stand. Move him to the dead pile.
What do I have left to shoot? Anything? Oh yeah. Those 2 that I moved up to point blank range for the half tracks. Yeah, these 2 85s will, I guess, shoot the half tracks blocking their line of sight to the infantry. Hitting on 4s.
Okay.
I think we might need to replace our tanks. And then a T-34 has, I think, a rate of fire 3 MG. Let's just double check.
I believe that'd be correct.
Yeah, because they have slower firing machine gun. Oh no, it is rate of fire 4. Interesting.
Okay.
So there, he is going to shoot at them on 4s. 2 hits, 1 on each.
I would like to be able to pass some saves today. It'd be great if I just started bouncing everything.
One guy did. Okay.
Slowly winning away what I needed.
I think that is my shooting phase. So now I'm going to go into my assault phase, and we'll just keep the camera rolling because I know exactly what I want to do.
It's been rolling since your whole turn. This is like a 7-minute turn.
We're going to charge right in.
Okay.
With my breakthrough tank.
Can I do a Panzerfaust?
Yes, you can.
I hope I can.
You're not pinned, so just on a 3.
It's hit. Does that
13.
bounce it?
Yeah.
Oh no! Come on.
That was close. I had to count
that.
3 plus assault rating. Crushed. And your guy is, unfortunately, the loss from any guy is outside of the ability to charge, so he does not get a chance to.
You win that assault.
So then I'll just trundle into cover. And then, the one that I really am not sure I want to do.
I was hoping that Panzerfaust. That was the one I was counting on to hold out.
Well, considering I've only got the 1 tank left, that's fair.
It's like all I got to do is hit it, and quite likely.
It's all legit.
All right.
Legit. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams in. Actually, I think that's just enough to hit the higher bracket, isn't it?
I believe it is.
All right.
If you would hold the camera one second here.
You've got 8 machine gun shots.
Well, I do have a machine gun there.
Yes, I forgot about him.
And he's an MG team there. But, so we'll do the 2 that are in the core platoon first.
Hitting on 3.
Not the nice dice roll I needed.
So 3 so
we
far.
have 3. Was that a 5?
No, I'm pretty sure that was a 2.
It?
I think you knocked it.
Okay, so say 3.
Okay.
Then we got 4 plus another 3 from him. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not quite enough.
And how many does a King Tiger have?
They're all dead or bailed out.
Are they?
Yeah, I killed them. All right, 7 hits in defensive fire, 3 up saves. I will lose 4 orcs. I mean Soviets. 2, 3, and 4.
Ooh, I was only 1 short. Too many 1s.
Okay, now what?
Seen me a lot of 1s.
I don't know what to do from here.
So
I just hit you with my aim.
well, yeah, roll your skill to attack.
3, 4.
2, 4,
one
6.
on him.
Yeah,
Okay,
one
1, 2,
there.
3, 4, 5, 6 on him.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. What is the result rating? Sorry,
Skill
folks.
today.
Sorry, folks. We'll edit this part out. Motor rifle, SMG company, confident 4+ skill 4, but assault 3 because they are special
these
rating.
are SMGs. I forgot. Okay.
1, 2 hits. Oh yeah, and it's on your top armor, so it's improvised named tank on your top armor.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say because they actually only have an anti-tank of 1.
Yeah, but
yeah.
So on him, 1 guy, which doesn't hit. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
So top armor 0,
So
improvised AT is 2, I think.
Yep. I've been giving you a lot of armor through this turn. Come on, I would like this platoon to have saved up all my luck. One of them.
Okay.
1 equals. Oh no, straight through.
Yeah, which
1
actually
straight
blows it up
through.
because
Got
improvised is auto.
Yeah.
And then I don't know actually what happens to the guys in. Do they just die or do they actually get to get out?
I'm not sure. In the assault. No, I think they would bail out. Because it's destroyed.
And then become defending
teams. They stay
teams.
in if it's bailed.
Yeah.
But when they're destroyed, they would get out.
Yeah. So you would need to make their saves for them.
So 2 needs saves.
2 and a 4.
1's a 2.
Yep.
All right. So 1 guy.
Okay. So then I would assume,
out.
yeah, he wouldn't be. Yeah, as you could put him in base to base, but he would then become a defending team to have to counterattack separately from the half tracks, right?
Yes, arguably.
Yeah, because your 1 half track still has the mounted dude, so he still gets the
2
mounted
guys.
assault
Yeah,
rating.
so there's 2 in it.
So
I guess now it's to a counterattack.
which becomes the question of 50.
Well, the counterattack would be just the morale of the guys in it still, the whole platoon.
4+. It's mounted counterattack.
Okay,
4+.
yeah. No.
Okay, so they have to fall back, and then the infantry himself.
The infantry.
He's good to go.
Fight it out. He's too lazy to run. So a veteran doesn't kill 1.
Okay, so
but it does at least force you to roll a counterattack.
Which is a 3+, because my commissar is still alive.
You're going to fail a roll.
Ah, nicely done. Now, we'll be right back. We're going to move the half track, then I'll fall my dudes back, and then he can consolidate his 1 last team.
Who's going to just stand in the river. All right. That was a photo finish.
I guess you could say that.
It looked like, we'll steamroll, and I was debating at turn 3, 4. I was like, do I spend more and more turns shooting? Or do I start advancing? I'm glad I did the start advancing, because another turn I'd have been too late. And I was gambling on the Panzerfaust to hold back the 1 ISU.
Yep.
I was like, okay, that's fine. He'll probably bail you out, hold that bridge. That one probably get overrun. I know you had reserves. I know you had ambush. There's nothing you can do about that. It's just try and kill as much and then move up while I had the time. But the fact that an entire second Soviet army appeared surrounding me...
It was just another company. And to be fair, they're SMGs, so their range is all 4 inches.
That's fair. But, I mean, it does... As you look, it looks like a bit of a terrifying when you've got a little pocket of 3 tanks, a little pocket of 1 infantry holding a river bridge.
And then all of a sudden, 24 more infantry come on the board.
We're calling that one Ryan because he's solo holding the bridge at the end of the episode.
Stafford Ryan.
Like you couldn't ask for a better, closer finish in the
No,
end.
that is, as much as it sucks to lose, that's one of the best losses I think we've had. Also,
I mean, you were aggressive. You tried. You can only
those King
push so much.
Tigers
MVP.
should have been dead 2 turns earlier.
There was a couple times they should have been dead, but I mean, it's such a gamble with them. It's sure you can't hurt them to the front. When I'm in the town, great. I can position them so you can't really get to the sides, but I got to move up sometime. And I have so few models that it's like you really have to judge who's moving, who's shooting. If I move, you're getting flank shots unless I spend some turns shooting. You know, whiffing turn 1, it could have only been 1 more turn of rolling really bad hits, and I'd have been not able to move forward fast enough.
I mean, it's interesting. Like, obviously, this is our first time actually playing King Tigers against Russians in this edition.
It is, and I don't normally play the Germans.
Now, I do remember a conversation on the Flames War Facebook page about how can players that aren't Germans deal with the heavier tanks, and I know some of the game developers suggested the bigger Soviet guns like the IS-2s and the ISUs, and especially after now, like, okay, yes, if you can get side shots, they can kill them because of such high AT, but their problem is they lack maneuverability because they're slower, and they have slow firing, which means if you move, you're not hitting. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts.
You need those hordes of T-34-85s. They're the only thing that you're going to have.
Or RPG force.
Or, you know, get lucky when a trend will into an ambush. Yeah.
In assault. And partisans.
Could do it.
Like that one Bagration game we played.
Some of those guys that assault on a hit on a 3. But even that's, you know, a bit of a gamble. But you can either push them back, sure, in assault, just flood them with counterattacks. It's how some infantry drive out an IS-2.
Sure enough. Or don't, because then I crush them.
They drove you back the first time.
Well, yes, barely.
That's barely is all you need sometimes, and it's all you can get sometimes, especially if you're Soviet.
That's fair. Well, folks.
Hope you enjoyed the battle.
We do. That was, we'll have obviously we'll be having a brief discussion about it at the start, but that was the Sandomierz offensive scenario taken from, I think it was the River of Heroes book and updated to version 4. That is available on the Flames of War website. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. We did change the force organization charts around just a little bit to make up for the shortcomings we had, as we don't have enough models. It calls for 10 King Tigers. I'm so glad I didn't have 10 King Tigers.
Not many people own 10 King Tigers.
Maybe one day I will, but we will see. If you like what you see, as always, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. If you want to support us on Patreon, that would be wonderful. Again, there's a link below, or join us on our Discord. It is pretty quiet right now through the summer, but if you want to get things going, hopefully we can. And, you know, thank you so much for your support. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So thanks for sticking around with us. Hopefully in September, things will get back up to their regular tempo once I'm back from the field again. So, I'm pulling for you. Just keep your sticks on the ice.
Take care out there.